What is a pressure sore and how can I prevent getting one? Here are 5 tips to prevent getting a pressure sore. Alright, so what is a pressure sore? According to medlineplus.gov, pressure sores are areas of damaged skin caused by staying in one position for too long. They commonly form where your bones are close to your skin, such as your ankles, back, elbows, heels, and hips. You are at risk if you are bedridden, use a wheelchair, or are unable to change your position. Pressure sores can cause serious infections, some of which are life-threatening. Tip number 1, be mindful. Preparation is key when it comes to prevention of a pressure sore. Because you don't feel 100% of your body, it's important to be mindful and careful when transferring. So I lift the bottom of my body up high and over obstacles like my wheel guard. And when going upstairs, I watch to make sure my ankles don't drag. And I'm also mindful of my bottom so it doesn't scrape and rub on each step. And I also watch so my feet don't fall off my foot plate when I'm wheeling around. That way I can avoid skin breakdown. Tip number 2, relieve pressure. Being in a wheelchair means you'll be sitting for long periods of time, so you constantly have that pressure on your bottom. So to relieve the body from the pressure, you lift your body up at least once every 15 minutes. And if it's difficult to lift yourself up, another option is by doing weight shift, by leaning from side to side, leaning forward, backwards. And something I also do for pressure relief is I lift up my legs and I cross them over my lap. This way my legs also are elevated, which is good for blood flow and just being in that new position. Tip number 3, change position. Get out of your wheelchair and change position, but make it a balance because typically your wheelchair is going to be one of the best surface areas for your bottom. But being in a wheelchair, there is that constant pressure, so getting into new positions is important. Whether it's getting on the couch, the floor, the bed. Lay on your side, lay prone, so on your stomach. Use a standing frame if you have one. And all of these different positions are going to relieve pressure from being on your bottom. And then also at night, I always lay on my sides and stomach to give my bottom a rest. Tip number 4, check skin. Always check your skin, especially after activities where you may have scraped or rubbed your body on something. Take the time to look at your skin because it's better to detect early on if you have skin breakdown because it can get worse and worse as the days go by. So it's very important to check your skin. And it may be difficult to look at some areas such as your back end. So a hand mirror is helpful. And if that doesn't work, have a family member or someone you know to help you check. And part of my training with the Rewalk exoskeleton included always checking my skin because in the device it's very tight form-fitting to my body. You want to make sure that you don't have any markings. Tip number 5, clean body. Always make sure your body is clean. Wash up in the morning or at night. I play basketball and tournaments included multiple games in a day. So after playing, it's important to shower off or take a bath to get the sweat off your skin. Use soap and warm water. Then after, make sure to dry off everywhere. Sometimes when I'm in a rush in the morning, my toes aren't 100% dried off before I put my socks on, and that can cause skin breakdown, so I try to be good about that by drying my feet. And I've noticed a small amount of breakdown, but now I'm a lot more careful when I look at it. And I recently had some skin breakdown, but I made sure to bandage it and keep it well protected. And remember to always use a brand new bandage when covering up your sore. And if your sore gets worse over time, make sure to see a skincare specialist or see a doctor. And you always want to keep your area nice and dry and well protected. All right, this is the end of the video on tips and tricks for pressure sores. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see you guys next Saturday with a new video.
I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town.